Normally, Athletic will give a lot of pressure, but at the last 2 games against Barcelona, they didn't give that much. So it's a little bit a change in the style of Athletic when they play Barcelona.
Let's get to the commentary team. Huge night this for the champions. Just 2 points above Real at kick-off. Terry Gibson is alongside Rob Palmer.
Well, this is one of the historic fixtures in the Spanish Championship, the 160th time that the two sides have met in La Liga. They used a great phrase on the Barcelona official club website today. They said that we have great comeback ability. I'm sure that's in the dictionary, but they do need it tonight against Athletic Bilbao after a humbling experience on their trip, Terry, to the English capital this week.
Yes, it was. It's about teams with good quality, top-class players. And it's always been a hard game playing at the Emirates against Arsenal Football Club. The stage of the Champions League, any team is going to be worth its salt. You can't be complacent at this level. Barcelona found they didn't get the second goal to kill the leg off. And Arsenal came fighting back. But tonight it's going to be interesting, really interesting, Rob, to see the response of Barcelona. Don't lose too many games. The draw last week at Sporting as well hasn't been a great week for them, so it's going to be interesting tonight to see how they bounce back.
Well, it's always a tough game against Athletic Bilbao. They do play, I was going to say, like a traditional English side. Not that Arsenal are these days a traditional English side. The red and white stripes formed by miners at the turn of the last century. They're a strong team, are exceeding all expectations, Athletic, this season. 5th going into this round of games. They've given Barcelona a run for their money this season in the Copa del Rey. 0-0 draw at the Camp Nou. Barcelona went through, of course, on the away goals, drawing at the San Mamés. Also, when they met in the league back in September, Barcelona just edged it with a 2-1 success that night.
Big cup match, Rob, sorry, Caparrós was without Llorente. He was forced to play a 5 across midfield. He played off with that 0-0, so it's obviously he's gone tonight, but the same setup. Players looking to join up with Llorente, who's the lone striker.
I'm sure that Arsene Wenger and his technical staff will be studiously spectating this game tonight, seeing if they can pick any more flaws in the Barcelona way. Here's Lionel Messi. Xavi and Iniesta together in midfield. Mascherano is their chosen partner because Guardiola tonight has taken a bit of a gamble with Puyol still out of the team. Pique here will be partnered by Busquets for the first time that he's played as a centre-back.
I think Guardiola trusts Busquets in terms of possession of the ball as well, which is so important for Barcelona. Not only the defensive qualities needed to play central defence, but you have to be good on the ball, doing exactly what he's doing now, stepping into midfield. I'm sure he'll do a pretty good job there as well.
Here's Messi to Daniel Alves. Xavi. Guardiola's anticipating an athletic team coming here tonight. So they're a team of fine athletes, young and courageous. Notice they're going through a good spell, but they're under pressure here, and Barcelona make no bones about it. Straight to the point, David Villa. I think they learned a lesson this week in London, and Athletic Bilbao may well pay for that lesson learned tonight.
We wonder how Barcelona will bounce back. It would be interesting to see their response. Dani Alves there beats the offside trap. Koikili is the last defender, just plays him on. He's a yard deeper than the rest of his defensive teammates. Dani Alves is a great first touch. He tries to put it into the path of Lionel Messi. He's just behind Messi. Again, a wonderful pass from Xavi. Great touch from Dani Alves. And a clinical finish from David Villa, his 3rd goal in the week. Barcelona off to a superb start.
His 20th goal of the season for David Villa. Athletic Bilbao claiming that Alves was leaning offside. There is this myth that you can only be offside if it's a part of your body that you can score a goal with.
It's a very close call, isn't it? It certainly has gone in favour of the home team. It was a well-crafted goal, and we saw the tactics from Athletic, exactly what the same they used in the cup match where they kept the clean sheet. The back four will stay narrow. The two wide boys, Gabilondo and Susueta, who play as extra defensive players, almost as fullbacks.
Give it away, Chico. This is Llorente. It's stopped at first base by Pique, taking on the extra responsibility with the absence of his regular partner Puyol tonight. Iniesta. 5 minutes gone. Barcelona with an early lead through David Villa. Messi. Iniesta makes ground, but a good tackle by Javi Martinez. Messi picks the pocket. Fanciful back flick. Iniesta to Messi. Panicked defending from Athletic Bilbao. Now Alves. Waits for the movement. Messi. Congested in there, but the precise passing is unbelievable. You're counting defenders, aren't you, Terry?
9. Just the 9 in front of the goalkeeper.
The bus has been parked, so to speak. It was a horrible clash of heads there. Mascherano is down, a little dazed. Ian and Martinez literally bumping into each other. Won't be the first nor last time tonight that's going to happen.
No, but again, another example of Barcelona trying to win the ball back quickly. Something I don't think they did as much as they usually do against Arsenal in midweek fixture, has to be said. Tonight we've seen Lionel Messi winning the ball back quickly, nearly creating a second chance there for Barcelona. Again, they're trying to win the ball back quickly in the midfield area. Javi Martinez coming off. Second best there, but Javi, you see, great ball from Xavi. They can't afford him time on the ball like that. There's a question mark about offside. He's on I think he's in line with Koikiri, who's behind the rest of his defensive teammates.
Well, you saw Athletic on Monday night as well, didn't you? And you were telling me before the game that you felt that the left full-back, Koikiri, was a bit of a liability, and he was caught out of position there.
Yep, in midweek he lost the tackle where he should have done better and wasn't strong enough in the tackle, basically. The forthcoming cross led to the winning goal for Mallorca. Surprised to see him play again tonight. Castillo back in the squad, back from injury on the bench. It's difficult, Rob. You know, you're playing a wonderful team, it's wonderful players, and when Xavi's got that time on the ball, it's the decision the defender has to make in a split second. Does he go with the run of Dani Alves? Does he step up and try and play offside with his teammates? Unfortunately for Koikini, he played Dani Alves onside.
It's been a long delay, and it's a dazed Javi Martinez that's still receiving treatment on the sidelines. He's a tough player, so it must have been quite a bash for him. First touch of the game for the backup keeper, Jose Manuel Pinto, 35 years of age. He looks like he's going to have a handful of games now with Victor Valdez out. Valdez have played 61 league games in a row. Little layoff from Messi. You get the impression he's in that mean mood tonight.
Looking Caparros there. He's disappointed. He set his team out with a certain tactical plan, and it's come undone within the first few minutes. Barcelona gone ahead, but he stick to the same plan. Just Llorente up front alone.
Well, he has plenty of support. This is Gabilondo, teases the ball in. Abidal surprisingly lets it go. Music for the Barcelona fans as Iturraspe loses his footing.
I think that will make Revista this week on the Guapa segment of the programme. But he's the type of player for midfield that has to get forward, like along with Javi Martinez as well. I think Capegui in particular will be sitting and holding in front of the back four. Gabilondo and Susueta are going to be working hard right up and down the flank. But I guess Caparros will look at it now. They're going to go behind. It's not ideal, but there's no need to panic at the moment. Stick to the game plan and hope you're within touching distance with maybe 15-20 minutes to go.
Here's Xavi. Dani Alves bombs down its right-hand side again. We'd normally call it a back four that Barcelona have, but with Alves, he often leaves the other three behind. The camera focused on Iker Muniain, the talented young midfield player who surprisingly hasn't started the game tonight. But he's never started against Barcelona. They generally use him as an impact player in this big game.
He's a Barcelona type player, isn't he? Robbie can, similar in stature to the likes of Xavi and Iniesta, Dani Alves, David Villa and Pedro. Wonderful football, but still only 18 years of age, and I'm sure he'll play in many of these fixtures and could still play an important part in this game this evening.
Gabilondo. Maybe Capellas's grand plan was to try to hold Barcelona and wear them down in the final 15-20 minutes. That is the Wenger plan. Llorente plays it inside. The one thing is that Athletic Bilbao will not lay down and die. It's like a national team game for them. It's Basque territory against Catalonia. Great skills from Llorente, squares the ball, and that needed some very close marking. He felt that it'd been a save from Pinto.
I agree with you, I think so as well, Rob.
I thought he got his fingertips to Terry, didn't you?
But look at the skill from Llorente. We talk about the big striker being a traditional number 9. No space whatsoever to work there. Skips round Pique, pips the ball back towards Susueta. Good position taken up from the right winger. Filled in the space that was left vacant by Llorente, drifting out onto the left. Athletic Bilbao almost forced an equaliser.
It's a tidy opening 11 minutes. Mascherano. Busquets. If he knows he's supposed to be playing centre-half, he seems to be in his usual position. Now Pedro. Pedro drives on, looking for David Villa. Great control from Villa. There was a penalty appeal then. The referee, I believe, thought about that. He put his whistle to his mouth, didn't he? Was that just a reflex action, do you think?
It was actually an appeal from the Athletic defenders as well. They felt that David Villa and when the two players went down and slipped, and there was a use of a hand. Both teams appealing.
Barcelona trying to raise the tempo of the game. Lionel Messi meanders through. 1-2 with Iniesta. Back to Messi. Messi goes underneath the defenders. And had just been edged on his way.
He's looking sharp again, isn't he, Lionel Messi? And as you said, a congested defence, particularly around the edge of the 18-yard box, but he's been able to work his magic on a couple of occasions, almost got himself in for a chance on goal. A couple of games now, Messi without scoring a goal.
It's a great tackle by Pique to Busquets.
I guess a two-game is a drought, isn't it, for Lionel Messi? 2 games without a goal.
Well, this is a player who has scored 40 goals this season in 30 appearances for Barcelona. They used to say 1 in 2 average wasn't bad. Alves. Mascherano. Messi. Taking on this roaming role tonight. Messi tries to thread it through. There was a potential offside there. The flag was eventually raised. There is Valdez, sitting alongside his captain Carlos Puyol, as he may be for the next few weeks. Arsene Wenger will be hoping they're in the same seats when Arsenal come to town. There was a call for a push there, wasn't there?
Yep, Capellas got caught behind, left trailing in the wake of Lionel Messi. They received a correct offside decision to Athletic Bilbao. But it was definitely a shove in the back from Capellas and Messi. The crowd appealed. I don't think Messi appealed too strongly. The crowd behind the goal certainly saw the shove from Capellas and asking for the referee to award a penalty.
Vidal's header. Now Pique. It's an interesting formation from Barcelona. Alves doesn't seem to be playing as a fullback. Abidal almost seems to be playing as a third centre half. I'll let you translate that, Terry.
There doesn't appear to be a left back at the moment. Busquets is clearly not playing in the traditional central defensive position. He stepped into midfield on far too many occasions. It's Abidal and Pique at the back. Dani Alves on the right. Nobody left back.
Pedro. Iniesta. Cushioned for Dani Alves. Alves flips it to the far post. Picked up by David Villa. Villa goes through the defender. Gerard Pique. Sometimes in training, Terry, you get a point if you get over the halfway line. That must be how Athletic Bilbao feel at the moment. Wave after wave of Barcelona attack. Pedro slips his man. Holds up, waits for support. Pedro gets a second chance, but by the time it came back to him, he was offside. It is party football once more from Barcelona.
A wonderful cutback from Pedro at pace. He tries to feed the ball back towards the edge of the box for a player running in for a shot and goal, but it inadvertently hits David Villa. Bounces back to Pedro, who's offside. The two players certainly enjoying their football. So they should be in good goal scoring form, both of those two. Of course, the front three are not bad, are they?
That is the key, though, isn't it? They're given licence to entertain. When you see the right-back flicking it there, licence to go out and try what they want, express themselves. The team, despite having not won in the last two games and having lost a big Champions League match, who play with no fear. Arabieta. There's Pique. Athletic Bilbao themselves have been on a decent run recently. They won 5 games in a row before a Monday night defeat on the holiday island of Mallorca. It's taken them up into 5th spot. Getting into the Europa League next season would be a major achievement for Athletic Bilbao. They do proudly say that the San Mamés is the birthplace of Spanish football. That was the handball appeal.
Just intrigued, Rob, by the formation and the defence. Abidal is playing left back, Busquets is playing central defence, but they're playing in a manner that you don't see from any other team. Busquets steps into midfield at all times, and Abidal tucks in and plays alongside Pique when Busquets goes forward. So my guess is it's something that Guardiola has done purely because of the setup that Athletic Bilbao have imposed against them with just the one striker.
What a great cue ball it was. Akiza heading the ball out. He's only played half a dozen games for Athletic Bilbao. A lion in the lion's den tonight. Iraola. Abidal quickly onto it, but brilliantly kept in by Iraola. Now Llorente takes residence in the centre. Alves had checked his run all of the way. Good defending by Barcelona. A true spirit from Athletic Bilbao.
Yep, well, if Caparrós is going to be brave and gamble and allow one of the players, particularly Susueta, to stay upfield, wide on the right, try and make the most of that space that's left by Abidal when he tucks in alongside Pique. If they could just gamble a little bit, Athletic Bilbao could really profit from that space that's out on their right wing and Barcelona's left side of defence.
Xavi. Just make it look so simple. Pass, control, make space. Just a series of triangles around the pitch. And if they lose it, as Messi has done there, just look immediately, somebody's closing down. Trying to stunt the growth of the opposition's play.
And it's so crucial to their game, that the quickness of winning the ball back. And I'm asking questions about the defensive setup, but if they keep winning it back in midfield, keep playing on the front foot, keep attacking, there's an awful lot of work the defenders have to do.
Alves. Lionel Messi. David Villa is obsessed with back-flicking the ball tonight. Alves. Messi miscontrols. 2 inside the space of a minute. Make a note in your diary. Messi's layoff to Xavi. How many passes during the course of a game does Xavi make to Iniesta? Villa, was that intended for Dani Alves? I'll be the judge in a second. Alves' flip over the top. Overhead kick to David Villa. Back flick into the penalty area. They are overflowing with flamboyance tonight, Terry.
Well, we're doing the back flicks, that's for sure.
A murmur of discontent from the home supporters. The referee on top of the situation to say no way. The free kick for Athletic Bilbao. Now Xavi, Iniesta. 20 minutes have flown by at the new camp. Messi. Good tackle. The referee has been consistent and allows that. It's a raw but fair challenge to go. Koikili. Here's Pique. Grabbed by Javi Martinez. And Pinto, the keeper, breaks his border. He is the cup keeper. Played in all of the Copa del Rey games. Actually played in the cup final when Barcelona did the treble a couple of years back against Athletic Bilbao, of course. Pinto. Alves. Now Xavi.
It's his third game this season against Athletic Bilbao. Robbie played in the 2 cup matches as well.
Iniesta. Alves has timed his run just fractionally late. Are you sure, he says to the referee's assistant on this near side. Si, senor.
If anyone, it's Iraola who's the closest player. Gabilondo, look, the left side of midfield player, dropped into left-back position. Has to have his wits about him as a naturally attacking player. Great skills here from Llorente. Beats Pique far too easy. Good position taken up by Susueta. And Athletic have threatened on a few occasions.
Given the setup of Barcelona tonight, there will be chances for Athletic Bilbao. Messi's made his move. Xavi thinks about that pass. It was too adventurous, so he plays it safe. Orchestrates in midfield. Messi to Iniesta again. Back to Xavi. Cushion from Mascherano. Pedro. Doesn't have the foot skills of some of his teammates, but he has the determination. He's such a nuisance.
There's the pace as well from over short distances.
I think they're still trying to ascertain whether that was a save from Pinto at the other end of the field. It was missed by the referee. Capanos is content. Everybody back on defensive duty for Athletic Bilbao. Busquets lays it off. Pedro. Now Messi. Alves. Pique. Lionel Messi. I don't think I've ever seen him start a game quite so deep, Terry.
Yep, I think he realises he has the intelligence to know that it's really congested amongst the last line of the Athletic defence. So he's just trying to find the little pockets of space in between the lines of the defence and the deep line midfield players as well. I guess he just wants to be involved in the game, get touches of the ball, don't be too long, have too many long periods of the game without receiving a pass from a teammate. Dani Alves has got it right on one occasion. This is the second time he's got it wrong, and he can afford to be much more patient. There isn't an Athletic Bilbao player in the defence that's going to catch him if he times that right.
There is Alves. They get themselves brilliantly out of a tight situation. Oh, it's a strong tackle from Koikili. And a yellow card for the fullback. He's going to have to watch his step. Does have discipline problems occasionally. He was sent off earlier in the season against Almeria, his third red card of the season.
It's a lunge, isn't it? His studs are showing. There's no way he's going to get away with that. It's a clear yellow card. I just wonder if Caparrós has chewed his ear off about not winning the tackle the other night that led to them conceding the goal that eventually made them lose 1-0 to Mallorca. He certainly went in as a full-blooded challenge there from Koikili. Of course, he's booked now. He'll have to be careful with the second challenge he makes, whichever Barcelona player it's going to be on.
Busquets. Iniesta. Loose ball, be picked up by Pedro. Xavi. Bilbao to Mascherano. A lazy ball by Mascherano, but he wins it back. And Bilbao does a good tiding job. That's been the odd lapse of concentration from the Barcelona. Well, I was going to say defence. It's not always the defenders, but the defensive-minded players. Busquets, great ball. David Villa run, takes him into a great position. How cute was that? I don't think their confidence has been dented by what happened against Arsenal.
No, I think they're fired up, aren't they? Their pride has been hurt. Not only by the Arsenal game, the draw against Sporting, 16 league games on the trot, winning every game. It was a remarkable achievement. By their standards, it's been a poor week, hasn't it? The away draw at Sporting, the defeat at Arsenal. They're bouncing back tonight. They'll need this second goal, though, I think. But that was a wonderful effort from a fantastic footballer who's in really good form at the moment, playing with loads of confidence. And at the moment, playing as if he expects to score in every single game he plays.
Lionel Messi. So many runs, so many options. Busquets. Nice little run at the Bilbao defence. Now Iniesta. Villa across Amorbieta again, who has to be careful. Pedro. Iniesta sticks a toe in. Ekizo with a header. Now Gabilondo. Bullied off the ball by Dani Alves. Alves with the flick. It's just it's an exhibition of showboating from Barcelona.
Oh, this is brilliant with his so-called weaker foot. He's the presence of mind to see that Ruiz is slightly off his line. Not only that, he has fantastic skill to try to chip, almost pulls it off, comes back off the crossbar. 20 goals this season, Rob, already for David Villa. It's a great return. I know we compare him with Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of goal-scoring stakes, but 20 goals, first season at Barcelona. It's a great return. And he's playing on the left of the three as well, not in his traditional down-the-middle centre-forward position. Well, no doubt that he's certainly worth every euro that Barcelona spent in. There's a lot of them as well.
You know, they only go out and spend if they feel it's going to massively improve the team. 34 million euros was the official transfer fee paid to Valencia for David Villa. They feel they have cover in every position at the club, but they needed a supporting goal-scoring striker. Ibrahimovic quite clearly didn't fit the bill as far as Guardiola was concerned. There's a certain chemistry a player has to have. Ibrahimovic, still a Barcelona player, of course, officially didn't have it. So he's on the first play now. Come August, Alves. Now Xavi. Pedro.
Busquets playing his central defensive role there. Answers on the postcard, please. Where Busquets is playing this evening. Be interested in Michael and Ozzy.
Well, you could argue that Dani Alves is right back, and he's been caught offside twice already. This is Iniesta. Now Pedro. Will he go right? Will he go left? He tries to go through the defender, but they're all sticking to his task.
Yep, good defensive work from Irola. Good defender as well. His work cut out tonight. Whichever Barcelona attacker is on that side of the pitch. Could be Villa, could be Pedro, could be Messi, but Irola is a top quality defender. And his ability there to stop Pedro again.
Ball playing towards Busquets. Morbieta's heading. Zabidal. Knocked away by Martinez. Messi. Alves. I know sometimes on the training ground the coach will say you can't pass the ball until you've tried a trick. That's normally on the training ground, not on the Camp Nou.
What I like about the Barcelona players, Rob, is that when they're in tight situations, they trust their own individual skill to work themselves out of it, rather than just getting rid of the ball quickly, helping the ball downfield. They have the confidence and the faith they can play their way out of trouble. And I could be critical, Rob, of Athletic Bilbao and say that they're sitting far too deep.
Dani Alves skips past Gabilondo, fires it to the far post, helped on by Irola, only as far as Pedro. They're shooting from every angle. David Villa seeking his second of the night.
I was going to say, I could be critical of Athletic Bilbao that they're playing far too deep. It's easy to sit here and say that. I think Caparrós there telling his players to get out. I'm sure he would like them further up the pitch. This isn't a typical Athletic Bilbao performance, I have to say. Normally they play 4-4-2. They get the ball forward quickly. But they've changed their tactics tonight to play against Barcelona. It worked in the Cup here, but they didn't have Llorente. So they were forced into it.
Well, Pinto has to come to the extreme of his area. It's amazing. He's a keeper who's been around a long time. And the Zamora back in 2006. He was at Real Betis 16 years ago now. Thought maybe his heady days were over when he left Celta. Barcelona came in and said, yeah, we'll have you as a backup goalkeeper. And now he's in the firing line of a treble chasing team at the age of 35. Pedro. Now Iniesta. Messi. Often February is a freaky month for Barcelona. Remember, they haven't won the last two games. Oh, and that was a crude challenge by Irola. And he knows what's coming next. Yellow card. And that's going to mean that his ever-present record is going to go next week, as he was on 4 yellows before tonight.
It's the second hefty challenge that Iniesta has suffered. See with him first of all by Koikili, who got a yellow card. Now Irola repeats the offence.
He was angry, but I think he was angry at himself, wasn't he?
He's probably angry at the fact Iniesta was there one minute and gone the next. Not else he could do.
Don't forget, Champions League week. Chelsea head to Copenhagen. It's Champions League, we've got to call them Copenhagen. 7 o'clock start, we bring you that. HD2 on Tuesday night. And I'll be on Champions League duty watching Real Madrid in Lyon on Sky Sports HD4. 7:30 start on the show. Kick-off at 7:45. The team are just 2 points ahead of Real Madrid at this moment in time. Barcelona are in excellent form tonight. There's Pedro. Good tackle from Ekiza. There's Irola. Llorente.
Because they're playing so deep, Rob, Athletic can't get out of their own half. The game has been played almost exclusively in the attacking half of the pitch for Barcelona. That's why at times they can play with just the 2 defenders, Abidal, Pique. The rest of the players can play freely in the attacking half of the pitch. Great movement. Can they find a way to get that second goal, Barcelona?
Here's Xavi. Mascherano to Messi. Waits for some movement, a rather wasted pass. A raised foot. The referees in Spain are rather hot on that. Well, these days people get obsessed by formations, managers and coaches and people within the game. I think Barcelona have a formation for kick-off only. After that, it's a case of 11 players, and they've got the freedom, as long as they have a teammate within 10 yards, to go where they want, effectively.
The secret is to react as soon as you lose the ball and stop the danger at source. And If that means if it's Messi loses the ball and he's got a 2 or 3 yard run to try and win it back quickly before the team can start an attack, it means that you don't have to do an awful lot of defending. Of course, when you have 60–70% of the possession of the ball every game, that also helps.
Puyol dives in. He's not going to stop challenging and diving into things despite the yellow card. It's in his nature. There's Puyol. Alves had a swipe at him. Bilbao would like some retribution now.
It's a foolish challenge from Alves, because what this does allows Athletic Bilbao a chance to get a set piece into the box. And they've scored 10 goals this year from set pieces, the most in the division. And this is a great opportunity for them to finally get the ball into the box. Like Zamora, Bieta, Akisa, Capegui, having Martinez, Terraspi, Llorente. Take your pick.
Alves was cautioned there. That will mean that he's suspended next week as well. Ball fighting. Pinto leaves it to his defenders. Abidal answers that call with a commanding header. Well, for one of the few occasions tonight, Athletic have allowed players to cross the halfway line. Taking a gamble. 10 minutes remaining, or 9 minutes now remaining in the first half. Llorente makes his move on this near side of the field. Gabilondo, beaten the Barça defence, plays it back in. Oh, what a tremendous save from Pinto to keep out a great header from Llorente. Well, Athletic were hoping that because they had the backup keeper in tonight, and they have a chance, but he's pulled off a top-class save.
First of all, it's a great little chip from Gabilondo, picks out Llorente, climbs above Busquets and Abidal. Nothing they can do to stop him. It's a great header, it's down, it's really difficult for Pinto to make the save. But he certainly excelled, didn't he? Got good power on the save as well, pushed it away from the danger area, but a great chance for you, Fernando Llorente.
Pinto comes a long way. A very good punch from Pinto. He's got David Seaman style, hasn't he? Actually with his goalkeeper, but that hairstyle as well.
It's a good header from Llorente. It's met firmly, isn't it? It's good power behind the effort. Save that will do wonders for Pinto's confidence. Although I have to say, I don't think he's ever been short of confidence even. He's been sitting on the bench when he's played cup matches, always looks a bit of a character. Gabilondo picks out Llorente, the obvious target for Athletic Bilbao. The player that comes up with most of their goals. Paros knew that was an opportunity, knew it was a chance, but thwarted by a great save from Pinto.
It takes a special mentality to sit on the bench watching another goalkeeper week in, week out. He's been on the bench for 61 league games in a row. Seeing Valdez throw himself to the top corner, and of course Victor Valdez is top of the Zamora charts for his goalkeeping this season.
There are worse jobs in the world, well, I can assure you. Sitting on the bench, front row seat, watching Barcelona every week, travelling the world, collecting medals.
He has played 8 games in the Copa del Rey and a couple of games, of course, in the Champions League. He got himself suspended, you may remember, in the Champions League, Pinto, for whistling at Cesar Santin when he was through in a one-on-one situation, and the striker foolishly stopped, thinking it was the referee's whistle. UEFA had a look at it, listened to it as well, and Pinto was banned for the next game.
He repeated the offence about 3 weeks ago as well, from the bench. Did exactly the same, and the player stopped again. Thought it was a referee's whistle, and he got a yellow card for that one. So as I said, he is a bit of a character, and looks like he might get a prolonged chance in the first team now.
I wasn't going to mention it, but you're obviously a whistleblower. Here goes Pedro. Now Abidal. Away is the cry. Puyol answers the cry from his keeper. Barça have another corner.
Maybe see his big moment again. Llorente frustrated. He knew he put a decent effort in on goal. Paris aware that was a great save from Pinto. Chances can be few and far between for Athletic.
Messi, the corner taker. Good loud claiming of the ball from Gerard. He conceded 4 goals against Barcelona in the cup final 2 years ago. There's an unfortunate elbow there from Andrea Iniesta. Touching Iniesta across the face. All accidental.
Just almost a slap, was that palm in the face of Iniesta. How courageous Caparros will be in the second half. There's something in this game for them if they're a little bit more courageous. He's not one of those managers we associate with negative tactics. If his team have got a chance, he always tends to go for it. I think they can in the second half if it still remains 1-0 at half-time.
There's Lionel Messi. Putting inside, left the ball behind. Well, they've tackled well, Athletic Bilbao. Maybe Caparros will feel if they can keep it tight till half-time, keep it tight until the final 15-20 minutes. Then maybe he can take Barça apart, but Barça looking for their second. David Villa in particular looking for his second. Weaving inside, refusing to give up the chase. Comes to Alves! Brazilian well wide.
Just fell for him, didn't it, invitingly to hack the shot. Iniesta, superb pass into the feet of David Villa. Gets tangled up, good defensive work from Akita. We see the ball roll freely to Dani Alves. The challenge from Iteraspi and Andrea Iniesta.
Puyol. Pique. Just off-putting bit of communication from the goalkeeper behind him then, I think.
The keeper does well there because he's in the penalty box. He can't make a mistake. He's helped out eventually. He holds up the play of Villa and then gets support play from his fellow defenders. They snuff out what threatened to be a shooting opportunity for David Villa.
Llorente. Played wide by Iteraspi, can't be retained by Irola. Possession of the ball, 71% from Barcelona. Normal Sunday night for them then.
And that's been all in the attacking half of the pitch as well. They've very rarely had the ball in their own defensive positions. But a couple of chances for Athletic. The header from Susueta, the header from Llorente. It's not about possession, Rob, it's about putting the ball in the back of the net. Barcelona have done it once early on in the match. Threatened on a couple of occasions, but need that second goal.
That's brilliant by Busquets. Here he is again. He was cornered, refused to panic, refused to put the ball out of play. And just lump it upfield, always looking for the pass. Xavi. Alves. Alves sees space to run into, darts at the defenders, drops the shoulder. Little layoff. It wasn't that far over, hardly any backlift at all there. He's determined to get yet another double tonight. David Villa, he's managed 4 doubles this season for Barca.
Good work from Alves, commits defenders at the right time, lays the ball off to David Villa. He just doesn't wrap his foot enough around the ball. Head up slightly, he's probably looking to see where the ball's going to eventually end up. He's not forced into making a save. Athletic still very much in this game. Possession has been dominated by Barca. But they're not out of sight. Athletic give everything, every single game they play, right to the last kick of the match. And they will continue fighting in this match as well.
Away goes Messi. It's a handball that from Akita, who I think was still actually making the challenge from the dummy before from Messi. He'd gone one way. He couldn't help himself. The referee, I think, has shown him a touch of sympathy as a young central defender. It's only just come into the team. Iniesta to Pedro. Mascherano. Alves. Tries to go through the legs of the defenders. How often does that happen? Now Mascherano. Bit of a stretch for Pedro. Bit of a fall from Pedro.
It's a good challenge from Keely. Dani Alves in so much possession, one on the right. At times he's been wasteful. Of course, he did assist for the only goal of the game so far. There's a constant threat down this right-hand side. Gabilondo at times guilty of not tracking back and helping out Keely.
Alves. Mascherano. Iniesta. Alves again. Mascherano. Alves. I saw an interview on the Barcelona website recently, one of the players asking what the secret was of training, how different was it from the other clubs? And they say they just play constant piggy in the middle, keep ball, two in the middle, the rest played around them. And a bit of five-a-side as well. They're expressing themselves. Little love, Lionel Messi. Seems that time stands still when he gets the ball. And that will be a welcome respite for Athletic Bilbao. They've got to half-time, they're only a goal down. There have been a number of chances, a penalty call there from Pedro, which came to nothing at all. Barcelona haven't been quite as vigilant in front of goal. They've taken the odd chance here and there, notably David Villa early in the game. Pep Guardiola's 100th La Liga match in charge. It's looking at the moment like win 79 in game 100. So far, so good for Barcelona. 1-0 half-time.
Pace and pressure. The key to beat Barcelona is to put Barcelona under a lot of pressure. Of course, not any team can do it. You need a top quality team to do that. If you are able to put pressure on Barcelona, you are going to catch up.
Good night work so far for Barca. 1 up at the break. Back to the commentary team. Terry's alongside Rob.
I would imagine that Athletic Bilbao will not be too perturbed by what's happened in the first half. They have tested the backup goalkeeper, Jose Manuel Pinto. 1-0 at half-time. Caparros has decided to make that change, bringing on an extra striker in Torquero. Barcelona changed their style of things. Theory that they overplayed, they overpassed, they were too elaborate in the first half, Terry.
Yep, I mean, there's one or two occasions where an earlier pass into a player in space might give them a better shooting opportunity. Let's not complain too much. We love seeing the way Barcelona play, keep the ball on the floor. Loads of passes. They try to be incisive passes most of the time as well. Full credit to Athletic Bilbao. Didn't go down after conceding the early goal. Kept their shape, kept their discipline. I'm glad to see Caparros, who I thought, considering the circumstances, would be a little bit more courageous. He's that type of coach. Definitely by bringing on Torquero for replacement for the midfield player Iteraspi. Certainly he's made his intentions clear.
Well, he was number 2, but he's a traditional old number 9. Torquero. Big 6'2", no-nonsense kind of striker. Here's Xavi, stationed on the right touchline as he has been all night. Is Dani Alves. Xavi, Iniesta. Vidal makes his move. He's just a decoy run for Iniesta, who fires it across, but nobody to get on the end of it.
Again, an incisive run from Iniesta. Gets a little bit of luck. Makes the challenge of Gapegui. Susueta doesn't cover himself in glory with a challenge. Iniesta fires it across the 6-yard box. Needs one of the strikers. There's 3 of them there. Messi, Pedro, Villa. All in the line on the edge of the 6-yard box. Nearly want to gamble, get across the flight of the cross from Iniesta.
Lionel Messi. Vidal. Sees the space and is encouraged by Guardiola on this near touchline to dart for it. It's good yardage. Actually gets the crossing. Nikita tries to find an escape route. Little dance from As Iniesta will remain now the only ever present in the Barcelona team in La Liga this season, as Valdez hasn't started tonight. The camera there was captured Munayin, the exciting, attacking teenage starlet of Athletic Bilbao. I'm sure at some point we're going to see. The question is, Terry, when?
Yep, that's the dilemma for Joaquin Caparrós. He'll probably come and play on the left for Gabilondo, I guess.
Busquets turns into trouble, and the referee takes a lingering look and decides that that was an untidy challenge by Busquets, punished with a yellow card and a penalty.
Llorente involved. It's complacency from Barcelona. Abidal takes too much time. It's not the greatest pass to Busquets inside his own 18-yard area. Doesn't get control of the ball, lunges in desperation at Llorente, and he knows the big striker is bearing down on goal.
It could be argued here that he got the ball, but he also took the player as well, who made sure the referee knew it.
Yep, he took the player who was in. I think Llorente still had control of the ball. Slight contact with the ball first, but look at the follow-through. Catches Llorente on the ankle. Busquets doesn't make contact with Llorente. Llorente stays on his feet, has the chance of a shot on goal.
Well, Pinto, the backup keeper, tries to play mind games. Big moment this possibly in Barcelona's season. Puyol has scored a couple of penalties this season. It's a big run. It's a big penalty for Athletic Bilbao, and maybe the rest of La Liga as well.
It's a big moment in the game for Athletic Bilbao. They've been showing good form of late. We saw the intentions shown by Caparrós at half-time, bringing on the extra striker. It's paid dividends early on. Areola against the reserve goalkeeper Pinto, comfortably sends him the wrong way. A confident penalty, strokes in the left-hand corner of Pinto's goal. Athletic back on level terms. I said Caparrós is a coach that goes for it whenever possible. He's done that tonight, and I don't think they'll stop there.
It is turning out to be a very trying February for Pep Guardiola, yet again.
I think he's trying to urge the supporters on as well, isn't he? Feels that perhaps they could do with backing their team a little bit more. Testing times for Barcelona, now with the two strikers for Athletic. Busquets has to play in a more normal central defensive role. Abidal has to revert back to playing.
Well, another defensive mistake there. Now Pique brings down Toquero, who was heading for goal. They're going to mitigate that they felt that that was a possible goal-scoring opportunity.
You just couldn't imagine a worse start to the second half for Barcelona, could you? Again, it's poor defensive work whilst they're in possession of the ball. Toquero steals the ball from Pique, clear foul. The referee has to judge then, are the defenders in covering positions. Certainly was another red and white shirt between Toquero and the goal. But again, a set piece. A dangerous situation for Athletic Bilbao. Barcelona not defending well. Can they make the most of this positive start from Athletic Bilbao?
The Lions, they called Athletic Bilbao. I think they've been fed raw meat at half-time. They're taking the game to Barcelona, low and hard into the area, and well, Pinto isn't going to be beaten on his near post, unlike the regular number one Valdez in midweek.
Slightly wasted effort from Gabilondo. We see Pique loses control. And the nearest player between the goal and Toquero is Llorente. Question marks there whether that could have been a red card.
Messi to Xavi.
Going to have to regroup, Rob. It's been an awful start for the second half.
Dreadful mistakes from the two central defenders. It's a massive miss. Carlos Puyol, the captain, an inspirational figure. They consider bringing him crutches for the second half.
I did say in the first half they didn't get that second goal and give themselves some breathing space. Athletic, but not the team not a team that you should take lightly. You should never be complacent. The crowd now get behind the team, aren't they?
He was raising his arms to try to orchestrate the supporters, Pep Guardiola. But maybe he's raising his hand as well in suggesting that picking Busquets as the replacement centre-half for Puyol, who you saw there, may have been a mistake. Does have Milito, the Argentinian international, centre-half on the bench. He has Maxwell, who could have played at left-back and allowed Abidal to play in the centre. He had Adriano on the bench, who could have played left-back and allowed Abidal to play in the centre, but opted for Busquets, who got himself into a terrible situation and gave away the penalty. Pique seems to be suffering alongside him as well.
What's happened in the second half, though, is they've been forced to defend.
Busquets cushions the ball back to Pinto. Pinto to Abidal. She's only going back 5 years in time with the Barcelona defending. They always had a soft centre.
As I said, the problem for them now, Rob, is with two strikers. Defenders that are not used to playing in certain positions of defence, being forced into proper defending now. At the moment, Busquets is struggling. Pique not in great form at the moment.
The fans raise the volume, trying to get behind the team. Another loose pass from Dani Alves. Cleared by Amorbieta. A credit Capados, he made that change at half-time, bringing on the extra attack in Toquero. And he's making Barcelona think, stretching the defence. Alves continues to attack though. Pedro's coming in from this near wing. There is Pedro, who gets the header on the ball. And Amorbieta takes the sensible option of just helping it out of play.
Sensible option from Amorbieta, wasn't it? He was under no real pressure. Athletic probably feel they can defend these. Barca take the shot.
Messi's cross! They're finding players in the centre now. Pedro's had two headers. This time it was Sergio Busquets who came up from the back. Makes his height.
Busquets don't make to add height to the attack. Messi aware that Busquets is there for the set piece. Opportunity then to cross the ball into the box, head high. Busquets could steer it home, almost. We've got a proper game on here.
I know in the first half we had a statistic that Barca had 71% of the possession. Toquero had just got a fraction ahead of the offside trap. I dare say in the second half that was not offside either.
It's exactly the same as the decision that went Dani Alves' way, wasn't it, for the goal for Barcelona?
1-1. Barcelona have a game on their hands. Lionel Messi. Once more, is that overconfidence, over-exuberance? Toquero. Draws Abidal, who's the only one of the back four. He's not on a yellow card at the moment. Toquero has a stab at it. Now Abidal plays himself into trouble. Oh, that was a strong challenge. From the eyes of the referee and Capados down there on the touchline, a fair challenge as well.
There's nothing wrong with the challenge. It's good, Peggy making the challenge. It's exactly what you expect from the Bilbao midfield player. He's rolling the team.
Alves to Iniesta. Oh, it's a very loud appeal, a worthwhile appeal for handball there. Appear to roll down the arm of Amorbieta, but from point-blank distance. Xavi. Cushioned by Alves. Midfield would like it. Alves plays it to Messi. Lionel Messi! Can't buy a goal at the moment.
His arm close to his body, it's now outstretched. Pedro.
to the Venezuelan-born centre-half's head. Little Messi does a little about-turn. Away he goes. Messi takes on all comers. Messi keeps going. That is the only way to stop it. And the referee felt that had been a fair foul. Oh, that was a fair tackle, yes. Well, there was certainly a case to be answered.
Two wonderful pieces of skill. First from Iniesta, and then we see Lionel Messi for the first time tonight, successful in one of those mazy runs. 4 or 5 players and Morabieta had a swipe at him. Javi Martinez makes contact. Could quite easily been given as a penalty.
Well, that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, Javi Martinez. Morabieta tried to have a swipe at him. There's no contact made on the ball by Javi Martinez. It's not a dive from Messi. Wonderful balance, wonderful control.
A look of complete disbelief from Lionel Messi. And it's very hard up in the presidential box to be diplomatic, not so down on the shop floor. Guardiola showed what he thought of the referee's decision. It was an unfair foul, Terry. Never mind a fair foul.
I thought you called it spot on, Rob, a fair foul. It was a foul, the referee deemed it fair.
Creating new football parlance is like gutter pointed, isn't it?
But brilliant skill from Messi. In below par tonight, has to be said. But he's capable of that at any moment in the game. Boy, do his team need that now. They need to show more urgency in attack and need to be more ruthless.
Xavi. Messi has gone looking for the ball. A forest of athletic players. They've got a bit of flair about them as well. Koikili to Llorente. So set. Poor pass, easily cut out by Abidal. Iniesta threads it through. Too tight again, and there was an offside against David Villa.
It's an important interception though from Ikita. An excellent game in the heart of the central defence for Athletic. Rest of the slide ball pass. Villa just leaning maybe, but then you see an Athletic player. You see again a replay. Morabieta had a good swipe at Lionel Messi. Javi Martinez, look at the expression on the face of Javi Martinez as well. As soon as he got up, he looked at the referee. He was concerned enough. The referee was going to give the penalty.
Iniesta. Mascherano was waiting for the challenge that he knew was going to come. He was playing for Llorente to be booked. They're not only making it quite clear that he wanted Llorente booked.
I don't like to see that. I think Llorente had every right to make the challenge. Then he tried to sneak up on behind Mascherano. No need to start waving imaginary yellow cards.
Mascherano. Iniesta to Alves. Alves flips it in. Little layoff to David Villa. Now Mascherano takes the deflection, has to be followed all the way for the Barcelona corner.
Concerned looking Carlos Puyol. As the game is delicately poised. Barcelona pushing for the winner, but so are Athletic Bilbao.
There's Mascherano yet to score in Barcelona colours. Is a rarity in the first team squad. 22 Barcelona players have scored a goal this season. Plus 2 opponents have scored for Barcelona this season. And I thought picks it up. There's going to be a change. Maxwell is being given some diagrams as to exactly what to do when he comes on. One would imagine the diagrams would suggest he's going to stay tight on the left-hand side of the Barcelona defence, as it's, you would think, to be a more conventional lineup.
Yep, I think Abidal probably going to centre defence. Busquets going to centre midfield. Probably Mascherano would be the player replaced. Tokero again, it's a tight one, isn't it? Just leaning again. The benefit of doubt going in favour of the attacking player there. Takero's going to chase the channels. He's easily capable of doing that for 45 minutes. It's the strength of his game. He really does work hard. Chase the channels. Invite Athletic Bilbao, his teammates, to just play the ball down the channels, turn around the back four. Make Barcelona do some defending in this second half, and they haven't responded very well to that. Mistakes from Busquets, allowing the equaliser, then Pique, almost giving Athletic another chance on goal.
Alves into the area. His footing just gives way. Koikili. Now Iniesta has a dart at them, hits and hopes.
Messi, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost the fifth. Koikili eventually cleared up the danger, but
I think the president thought that was a penalty. Now the change has been made. Maxwell has come on, and as Terry predicted, it's had a good weekend for predictions. Mascherano has been withdrawn. No reflection on his performance, but maybe a reflection on the selection of Pep Guardiola tonight. Maybe an admittance that he's not got the harmony of the team correct.
Yep, he's got one or two problems, it has to be said. When he hasn't got his first choice 11 available to him, because Puyol's the big miss tonight. Valdez in goal, but tries to shuffle things around. As yet, so far, it hasn't worked tonight, reverting back to a more normal type Barcelona midfield with Busquets alongside Xavi and Iniesta.
Here goes Iniesta to Maxwell, his first touch. Iniesta stops and waits. Maxwell. Well, one back by Irola. There's Abidal, who is now officially playing centre-half. 20 minutes gone in the second period of this game. 1-1. A couple of fouls there. The referee gives Barcelona the advantage. Messi tries to take that. Iniesta throws himself into the area once more.
He's the player with the spark, I think, tonight, Rob. Iniesta. When he stepped up to the plate in the second half, every time he gets the ball, he looks dangerous, looks threatening.
Maxwell. Game of keep ball. Just wonder whether the Barcelona legs are beginning to tie. It was in February last year that Barcelona drew against Stuttgart and then lost against Atletico Madrid. I'll let you have the stat of the night in a moment, Terry, because I know you did your homework on that one. In 2009, they drew against Betis in the Cup. Now they're struggling against Athletic Bilbao. Lost against Betis and Lyon. Lost against Espanyol in 2009. So there's always been a flaw in February for Barcelona.
This will be a massive concern now for Guardiola.
Messi in his own time, taking on all comers again, and well, it's good to watch, but it's been unproductive.
You have to say, well, Robert, that the first mazy run he had, it should have been a penalty. Here again, it's asking an awful lot to get through that congested defence. He almost gets there, gets the shot in at the end. Unfortunately for Barcelona, over the crossbar, skips around Gerpegui, Irola. The key through is the player that eventually forces him into rushing his shot.
Pinto. There goes Pique. Played most of the 40 games that Barcelona have participated in, or 41 games taken into account tonight. Maxwell creeps down the left-hand side. Iraola, goal-scoring hero, on the bench. Bart Simpson, as he's known to his teammates. Iker Muniain, young Spanish, well, I was going to Spanish under-16, under-17 international. A very exciting young talent. Made his debut. He's only 16 years of age. He's going to be thrown in as an impact player. Great ball from Iniesta. Back to Lionel Messi. Messi to Xavi. Athletic Bilbao are doing well. They're packing the edge of the penalty area. They're putting a lot of obstacles in the way of Barcelona.
Barcelona being persistent, is still trying to find that route through to goal, right through the middle of that defence. They're not using the width. This one they've got, might consider putting Messi out on the right. And trying to get David Villa in the middle. Give Messi a little bit more room to attack. We've seen him score some wonderful goals, haven't we, from that position.
A wasteful pass from Iniesta. These two heavyweights shoulder to shoulder. Toquero up against Pique. Toquero gets past Pique. Oh, it's just out of reach of Llorente.
Good work again from Toquero, but Pique looks as if he was labouring now. Toquero had the pace to get round him. Toquero not the quickest of players.
It's a great ball. David Villa's got away from Albieta! Just enough to divert it away. That was a deceiving drift from David Villa. His run timed perfectly, just away from Albieta. I think it was the little finger of the keeper that evaded him.
Okay, great credit to Pinto in the first half for a great save from Llorente. That was a marvellous save from Oz.
Messi once more. Pique throws himself at it. Xavi. Alves. Pedro. Iniesta to Messi. Messi spots the runners. Smart pass to Busquets. Busquets to Alves. Xavi. Patience has to be a virtue against this wonderfully drilled Athletic Bilbao team. Iniesta through to David Villa. Villa turns into trouble. Just wherever he looks, he sees red and white stripes. He's been at a rock factory. Messi drives inside, and the intention was the top corner of the goal. Instead, it ended up in the third row of the fans.
Xavi there with the true voice. This is where I think they need to get. It's critical now. 1-1, 20 minutes to go at home. They can get David Villa in the centre of attack in those sort of positions. He will come up with the goods. He's in a good run of form. Look at this for balance. And Andrea Iniesta completely loses Llorente and Susueta.
20 minutes remaining, and Caparros will have had this master plan to just keep things tight, to frustrate Pep Guardiola, and then to throw on his more attacking players. Toquero's already come on now. Monaen will sharpen things up as well and take the game to Barcelona.
He's a cheeky little character, Monaen. If he gets the ball at his feet, he'll look to take people on.
Confirmation that it was Gabilondo who has made way. There's Monaen, 27. He's almost from the Barcelona gene pool, isn't he? 5'7". Small, low centre of gravity. Immaculate technical skills. This gets to Xavi. Pedro's switched wings. Barcelona just shaking things up for a little bit. This is Iniesta, tries to play it through. Brilliant run from Lionel Messi, but the pass a fraction too strong.
That's how they play their passes well. They believe that each player can control the ball. Let's get that through the gap. Iniesta has to deliver it with pace. Make sure the Athletic Bilbao players can't cut out the pass, intercept the pass. Just a little bit inaccurate.
It's a rare show of emotion from Pep Guardiola. He's normally Mr. Cool. He normally tries to be assured and laid back on the touchline, but tonight that is gone.
Most managers are pretty cool when you've won 16 league games on the spin.
Well, last time Barcelona went 2 games without a win in La Liga was February 2009. Last week against Gijon, being held tonight by Athletic Bilbao. They're safe for now. They continue to chip away at them. It's Pedro who completely loses his footing. That was a little humiliating for the Spanish international. Now Muniain gets his first touch, taking on Busquets, whose tackle had to be good, having previously conceded a penalty and got a yellow card. Barca give the ball away again. And Busquets dives in. Can't argue too much with the referee. He's already been cautioned. Can't help himself sometimes, Busquets.
No, I must say, though, Rob, that the midfield already looks more fluent with Busquets in between Xavi and Iniesta.
Guardiola was asked this week what he thought his players' response would be to the defeat against Arsenal. He said, they will come back and win. My players are the best. It was almost like Mourinho-type arrogance.
There's nothing wrong with that, Rob. His players have proved that in the last 2 years under his management. The best players do have that belief. The best coaches, and he's certainly that. He's got every right to back his team. They're suffering at the moment. It's dubious to whether they're going to get the second goal and go ahead. They're certainly giving it their all.
Iniesta. Alves tries to shake off Muniain, and then a rushed attempt at a cross. Llorente there had that brilliant chance in the first half. He shouldn't have forgotten for Athletic Bilbao. They've had their moments as well. Lionel Messi. Xavi. Maxwell. Xavi again tries to thread it through. Good defended by Equiza. Xavi. Leo from Iniesta. Now Maxwell. Trying to draw Athletic Bilbao out of their defensive shell. Each player strategically placed as there's a shot. Another one of those players in the right place at the right time to shin-guard it out for a corner kick as Iniesta takes a little pot at goal.
Sure, Caparros would gladly have taken the scoreline if he offered it to him before the game. Toquero now back in, helping out his defence as well.
There was a slight deflection which didn't aid Pique's run. There's one area where they're not a danger, Barcelona. It's from the set pieces. They don't have many 6-foot-plus players, only Busquets and Pique, really, the two of them in the picture there, as you can see, up against 5 or 6 athletic 6-footers.
There certainly shouldn't be any problems for Athletic Bilbao with the giant players, the likes of Morabieta, Llorente, Javi Martinez, to deal with that, but they look like they're zonal marking there, and Pique got a run. Just a slight touch from Llorente didn't allow Pique a clear header on goal.
Toquero, player who's got great commitment. One of the fans' favourites. Toquero, Arro Toquero is the cry from the Athletic supporters when they see him play. Xavi readjusts, feeds Alves. There's some hungry players waiting for the right cross. One of those is Messi. He lets it go to Iniesta. Maxwell speeds play up, but brilliant defending from Athletic Bilbao. It's a different way of handling Barcelona to Arsenal's approach, but equally effective at the moment. Ball is in there, Messi! You can't keep the great man down. There is mass relief inside the Nou Camp as Barcelona take the lead. Athletic Bilbao were chipping away at their self-belief until that moment.
I was just going to make the point, Rob, that there was 1 or 2 tired legs amongst the Athletic Bilbao players who've given their all. There's space there behind Koikili. Dani Alves, so often the provider for goals. His 2nd assist of the evening. It's exactly what he needs to do. He can't just shove the ball in the box willy-nilly. He has to pick out a pass into Messi. Messi makes no mistakes, a cute little finish with his right foot. It's exactly the same as the first goal. Xavi, Alves, but this time Lionel Messi on the end of it. And that's a crucial 2-1 lead for Barcelona.
Well, it's his 250th appearance tonight for Barcelona. And his 168th goal in those 250 appearances is such a significant one. A game-turning goal. Now Iniesta. Away goes Messi again. He's drawn Amorbieta. Feeds the ball in. Koikili heads on. Xavi. Alves. Messi found himself in an onside position. The goalkeeper has to come a long way. Tries to take Lionel Messi down. Now the goal is unguarded. What can Messi do? Feeds it in, looking for Alves with a flying header. It's become a little indisciplined now for Athletic Bilbao, which makes it all the more entertaining. They need to just brush themselves down a bit and find their equilibrium again.
Difficult because Barcelona are going to go for the third. They're going to keep applying the pressure. I know that athletic players in boxing terms are on the ropes at the moment. They've given their all. Such hard work defending for prolonged periods of the game, chasing the ball. You see Messi given onside again. It's Koikili left back as the deepest defender. And there's the race from Iradov and Messi. Messi being the predominantly left-footed, couldn't curl it back in right-footed towards the empty goal.
That doesn't look the most organised, straight back line for Barcelona. Toquero's there and cushioned by keeper Pinto. Well, no concerns about the goalkeeper who's come in tonight. It's Emmanuel Pinto. He's had a near flawless performance. David Villa drives inside. Over-egging the pudding once more. A concern for Barca is not the loss of Victor Valdez, who he just joined, as you may not have heard, could be out for possibly up to 3-4 weeks after taking himself to hospital yesterday and having an inspection on injured knee today. But the big loss, of course, is Carlos Puyol, the captain. The organisation, the motivation, the leadership in the central defence is abundantly missing. Alves. Now the fans feel it's safe to chant the team's name. It's been eerily quiet from the 90-odd thousand inside the Camp Nou tonight.
I think in fairness, Rob, since Guardiola urged them to get behind the team, they've tried, they've stayed with them. And sometimes supporters of these big successful clubs can be slightly spoiled. They come here to be entertained. Guardiola asked them tonight when it went to 1-1 to get behind his team, or get behind their team.
Busquets, great ball. Alves checks onside. Does he go solo? Alves tries to play it into Lionel Messi. Or maybe the suggestion of a shot at goal himself would have been a better option. You know that Athletic Bilbao are not going to lie down there and take this. They're going to come barking back at Barcelona.
I think the powerful shot from Dani Alves then. It's a full zero. I thought into making a save was probably the best option.
Maxwell to Villa. Messi with space. 4 defenders come to him. Messi goes around all 4 of the defenders. But it's only the goalkeeper that rescues Athletic Bilbao. Well, he's playing his way back to sensational form, the best player in the world.
2 games without a goal. Panic buttons will be impressed all over world football. He's come up with a goal, his runs, his performance in the second half has been far superior to the first 45 minutes.
Xavi. Once more a step over. We're not seeing the flicks and the tricks from Barcelona in the second half. And that exhibition of overconfidence and arrogance that we saw in the opening 20-25 minutes. Is that the stark realisation that they may be in trouble tonight, or maybe a few half-time words from Pep Guardiola?
The complacency is going to be their most difficult opposition. They're so good, they're so successful. They scored the early goal, thought it was going to be an easy night's work. Certainly has been anything but that.
7 minutes or so to go. And David Lopez will come on for Susaeta as a legs man in midfield for Athletic Bilbao. David Villa, who scored the first goal of the night, is withdrawn. And Keita, the man for all positions, all occasions, comes on. How was the Villa goal? It looked like it set them on the way before the big fight back from Athletic Bilbao early in the second half. Keita is a left-sided midfield play, maybe just an insurance policy in midfield. And you're pointing, Terry, that Iniesta will become part of the front three. Yep.
David Villa was a slight concern about his fitness prior to this game.
Alves cuts it inside. Lionel Messi controls. Pedro inside to Iniesta. Iniesta right across the area, and Koulikili scoops it out.
It's Dani Alves on the far post in the 6-yard box. Iniesta through the legs of Puyol. Dani Alves, the most advanced player for Barcelona.
Iniesta goes again. Brilliant run from Iniesta, tries to flip it over the goalkeeper. That was unlike the Messi chance of the night against Arsenal.
Yep, he's been absolutely brilliant. He's on fire the second half. He's been almost unstoppable. Every dribble has been successful. His passing, his balance, truly wonderful footballer. Couldn't get the finishing touch there, good goalkeeping from Puyol. But he's really been the catalyst in the second half to spur Barcelona on. Showed loads of urgency. He's been phenomenal in the second half, Andrea Iniesta.
Pedro's cross, Pique stayed forwards. I think that hit him in the face rather than him actually heading the ball. 5 minutes remaining at the Camp Nou. In La Liga, don't forget, in midweek, we're back to Champions League football for Chelsea, who head to Copenhagen. The build-up starts 7 o'clock on Sky Sports HD2. Elsewhere, Real Madrid are in Lyon. 7:30 build-up on Sky Sports HD4. Lionel Messi. Ooh, that was a nasty challenge. You don't see Messi go down. He doesn't milk a situation. I think he's genuinely hurt by that challenge from Upegui.
Most players stay down after a challenge like that. And we again see Iniesta waltzing his way through the mass defence. Likewise with Lionel Messi. Save from Puyol. Barcelona unfortunate, no one on hand to tap in the rebound.
Messi's back on his feet. You mentioned there about David Villa. He was withdrawn. He missed a couple of days with an ankle injury. Messi's away again. They try to foul him once more. Referee could have given the free kick instead. He said he took the option. And it's only a corner. Could well have been a free kick just on the edge of the area here.
He should have no right to bring it back and give the free kick.
David Villa missed a couple of days of training. Clearly the decision to play him tonight has paid off as he scored that first goal. Their 10th corner in comparison to Athletic Bilbao's single corner. Big stat though is just the 1 goal difference between the two teams. Barcelona 1-2-1 at the San Mamés. The final game of September. They need the 3rd goal as the insurance policy, the little buffer. Iniesta. All is given away. Athletic Bilbao certainly wouldn't have given up the chase.
David Lopez trying to make strides forward. Barcelona defending from the front. Pedro there. Athletic trying to create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of pressure in the closing stages of the game. Just try and get that 1/2 chance, perhaps get some service into Llorente, or can Barcelona go and get the 3rd and kill this game off?
Barcelona machine cranked into overdrive once more. Lionel Messi. Double deflection prevents him scoring his 2nd. Keeps this game alive.
Should have passed Rob. Keita was totally unmarked.
Welcome back pass for Gerard. A couple of minutes to go, he doesn't want that. It must be so difficult, you know, to sit in the presidential box front row and not leap up and celebrate when your team scores, or scream at the referee when you feel you should have had a penalty. Xavi. Dani Alves. Xavi once more. Xavi's flicking just ahead of Pedro. Retains it though, the danger hasn't gone away for Athletic Bilbao. Keita. Busquets. Pedro. Some teams, of course, in this situation with just over a minute remaining would take the ball to the corner flag and play down the clock. It's not really in the Barcelona makeup, Terry.
No, it's capable of them. It's possible for them to keep the ball for 3 or 4 minutes, but they've given it away. They've allowed Athletic to get the ball upfield.
Given Pique an uncomfortable second half, but Pique has the last lap, playing his way out of trouble nicely. Alves wins the free kick by some very valuable time.
Alves been persistent there. Knows how important it is for Barcelona to have possession at this stage of the game.
Barcelona are very keen to talk about their ability to bounce back after setbacks. Here's Llorente, stopped by Pique, of course, colleagues and the Spanish international setup. There's Pinto, very casual goalkeeping, but he's come in and done a good job tonight. Jose Manuel Pinto. They lost against Hercules earlier in the season. Barcelona then went on a 28-match unbeaten run. And had the surprise scoreline against Betis. They won 5 in a row. Last year when Rubin Kazan beat them, they then went on a 16-game unbeaten run.
Catalos getting ready to take the throw in there, wasn't he? He's shown some urgency for his team. He wants a long one into the box as possible.
Good to go on there and support Llorente, who turns. That was a dangerous piece of play there from Keita. Was skipped up and hit his arm. There's Iniesta to Xavi. Now Athletic Bilbao committed players forward. Can Barcelona make the most of that? It's Dani Alves looking for Lionel Messi. And they're just not finishing things off, Barcelona. Messi by the corner flag. No playing for time though. He does tease and tantalise Athletic Bilbao. Good pegging. A series of raw challenges tonight. Finally gets a yellow card.
He did actually make contact with that one. He tried, didn't he? The Peggy. He trying to keep the ball in the danger area. Keita hoops it clear.
1.5 minutes of the 3 minutes of time added on has been utilised so far, and very cleverly Guardiola brings off the player furthest away from the halfway line in Pedro.
Running the clock down. Been a tough all night's work for Barcelona. If they can hang on for this last minute, another 3 points gained. You shouldn't expect them to win comfortably every single game. That's not normal. You know, it's to go 16 league straight wins. That's not normal. And you know, this is more like digging out a result at home against a team that's doing really well this season. But the expectation levels with Barcelona are so high.
Messi leaves the defender for dead. Tries to go through the goalkeeper at the near post and wins a corner. Ever the entertainer, even in the dying embers of the match.
Just working it out between the two of them, and then Xavi and Messi. It's a great run again. Again, could he just slide it back to Athletic there? Says this a free kick from the training ground? Don't think so. Improvised between two world-class footballers.
Another foul, more frustration for Athletic Bilbao. Game is running away from them now. 99% of the managers in England would tell their team in this situation to kick the ball to the corner flag and go stand on it. Do Barcelona do that? Do they just play down the clock? They've done just enough in the end. Barcelona, it's been an uncomfortable evening, but mass relief in the presidential box, down in the manager's zone as well. They've just about edged past Athletic Bilbao. Valuable win. In the end, it came down to Messi's winner and a 2-1 success.